I'm Amanda. Welcome to the podcast. Join me as I gently encourage aspiring artists to be brave, confident, and original. Let's get started. Welcome back to the podcast this week. Today we're going to talk about 6 things that help me work from home. Sometimes I get questions about how I do everything that I do with my online business and take care of our home and family. But hate to tell you, I don't always do all of those things very well. There's not always balance. That's not something that I believe is even possible when you are working from home and you're trying to balance business with taking care of your family, taking care of your house, finding food for everyone to eat, finding socks for everyone to wear. And take it from me, I used to be a homeschool mom, taking care of lots and lots of things every day, all the time. And what happens is some things just get left undone. You can't do everything completely perfectly, and you can't do everything all the time. But recently, I've found a few things that are really helping me out to be able to be a little more productive at home and keep my business going, keep my sanity, and keep myself from being completely burned out. So here are 6 different things that are helping me to work from home. Number 1, a routine. Now, I'm not talking about a strict schedule where I say, I'm going to wake up at 7 a.m., I'm going to work out at 8 a.m., I'm going to read from 8:45 to 9:30, take a shower at 10, and start working on my laptop. No, that never works for me. And I know myself well enough to know that I'm going to rebel after the first day or so. If I try to do something that is that strict and that planned, something's going to happen. Somebody is going to need me to run an errand for them, or somebody forgot one of their school books and I'm going to have to take it over to the school, or we're going to run out of milk, or whatever it may be. Something is going to disrupt a schedule that is set that strictly. And usually what happens is when I try to make a schedule like that and it doesn't work out, then I just throw the whole thing out and I just don't even try anymore. So what I have decided to do is just make a routine, which is flexible. And I know that if I need to run an errand in between some of the major things I need to do that day, it's going to be fine. So right now my routine includes breakfast and Bible reading, then get started with my business work for the day, take a break, have lunch, do a little bit of laundry, go back and finish up whatever I was working on for the business that day. I have supper, and then I exercise. Right now I'm walking. That's what I'm doing for exercise. So just having that flexible routine, having the main things that I need to do each day written down somewhere that I can look at them and, kind of check them off and see that I'm making progress, that works so much better than having a strict schedule with times that I have to do certain things. That just never works for me. I also have a planner that I use for my business tasks, and I write them down on paper so that I can use my pen and physically check off or mark through the list of things that I have accomplished. That helps me a lot. Just having that motion of checking it off or marking through it, it gives me a sense of accomplishment. So that's another thing that I do. Number 2, we're talking about 6 different things that have helped me as I work from home. Number 2 is Thursday's house cleaning day. And I know some of you are going to think I'm crazy, but I know I could hire somebody to clean the house, but I actually like to do it myself. My brain gets to rest when I'm cleaning, I don't have to think about business strategies or finances or really anything. I can put on my earbuds and listen to music. I can just allow myself to rest mentally and creatively when I am cleaning the house. So I've set aside Thursdays as my house cleaning day, and I actually look forward to it. And you can call me crazy, but I really like to sweep and I like to vacuum. It's like one of those things where you can see that you're making progress as you go. And it's awesome because you don't have to be strategic about how you're going to vacuum your floor like you do with marketing or email lists or all of the things that happen in your online business every day that you have to deal with. So I just enjoy it. I enjoy making our home a comfortable place for my family. And I've also learned from experience that if I neglect it or if I hand it off to somebody else, that I don't get the satisfaction that I feel like I need from being able to take care of our home and decorate and rearrange and clean and make it cozy and comfortable for us. I know that may sound crazy to some people, but it's true. So that's my number 2. Thursday's house cleaning day. Okay, on to number 3. We order our groceries online and have them delivered, or we pick them up. So this is a newer thing that we haven't always done. When we lived in Mississippi at one time, the grocery store there started allowing you to order online and come pick it up. And I loved doing that because my son was playing soccer on Saturdays, and that was our day that we went and picked up our groceries after his soccer game. It worked out perfectly. Well, now we don't live there anymore, but we live in a place where we're about 15 minutes from the biggest grocery chains. There's a small grocery store here in town, but it doesn't have everything that you need. But I've saved hours every week by ordering our groceries online, and they will deliver it out here to me, or one of the other stores I can order online and go and pick it up. So if I'm going to be in town, then I go and pick it up. If I'm not, then I just let them deliver it here. And I also have seen that I'm saving money by doing it that way also, because I'm not wandering around in the garden center or over in the craft supplies and buying things that I don't really need. So I'm saving time as well as money. And that is number 3. 6 things that are helping me to work from home: ordering groceries online and having them delivered, or I go and pick them up. Okay, on to number 4. I have a certain time where I shut off all of my electronic devices that are for business purposes. You guys, this is hard. When you love doing what you do, you could continue to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And it really takes a lot of self-discipline to shut down your laptop and put your phone on Do Not Disturb. But let me tell you, it is necessary if you want to do this for the long haul. You could go full speed ahead and work 7 hours, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day if you wanted to. And you can do it for a short amount of time, but you're going to crash and burn eventually. So my work hours vary according to what's going on in my family's life. But right now, and most of the time, I try to work between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. And I have some breaks sprinkled in there as needed. If somebody needs me to run to the store for them or go pick them up because they're getting new tires on their truck or whatever it is, I can do that. But I know that there is going to be a time to shut down the business every day. I also know that between 10 and 3 is the time of day that I'm going to be most productive. I'm most energized. So, because I'm not a morning person, and when it starts getting dark, my brain starts slowing down. So, you may have a different peak time of day that works best for you, but just be sure that you have a certain time of day where you shut down the electronics, especially for your business. Okay, number 5 is I have a lot of support from my family. My husband and my children, they help me out with things like they'll take packages to the post office for me that need to be mailed, or do laundry, or make their own meals when needed, or make me a meal if I need one. They help a lot. And I have teenagers. I don't have little children, so that makes a difference also. But most importantly, they understand that what I'm doing is important, and they respect my time in the studio. They support what I'm doing in ways that help me to continue to do it. So having their support really makes working from home a lot easier. So that's number 5. And number 6 is I take Saturday and Sunday off. After years and years of working all the time, this is something that is necessary for me, and I'm making myself do it. I haven't always done this, and sometimes it's still really hard for me to do this, but having a weekend off, I know this sounds silly, but like I said before, when you work from home and you like what you do and you're excited about it, it's very easy to overdo it. Sundays are pretty easy for me to take off because it has kind of become a natural day of rest. We get up as a family, we get ready, we go to worship, we come home and have lunch, and most of the time we take naps. So it's like my body already knows on Sundays that that's what we're going to do. But Saturdays have been a little bit harder for me. I've not always taken Saturdays off, and I still have trouble with it. But like I said, it's necessary. I've got to do it. Even if I do paint, I'm not going to do it with my video system going and thinking about how I can use what footage I can get in a blog post or whatever. I'm just going to do it for the enjoyment of it. And Saturdays are harder, but I'm working really hard to make myself take Saturdays and Sundays off. Really being mindful of yourself and what works best for you is the key to all this. I know I don't have everything figured out, and I really don't claim to be an expert on how to get all the things done. I'm just sharing with you what works for me right now, and I hope it helps you too. What I do know is that creativity is something that comes very spontaneously to me. And when that happens, all routines and schedules just go out the window. If I'm working on a special project, I don't usually have a routine. I just work on it as the ideas are flowing, and then I quit when I'm done. But if I don't get the rest that I need during the off times, then all of my creativity is just going to come to a halt. There's no way for me to really have balance, if that's even a possibility, because what normally happens with me is I get really excited about a project or an idea, and I'll work on it without taking a break for however long it takes me to do whatever that thing is, and then I take a break. And then there'll be like a lull in a time when I'm not really creating anything big as far as a project goes, but I'm still working and painting and teaching a little bit at a time. And during that season, during that period of time, that's when the routines come in and work best for me. So I hope this was helpful to you, and you can take these 6 things that are helping me to work from home to help you to work from home also. I just know that a rested mind and body are very necessary if you want to keep your creativity flowing and keep your business growing. I'll see you next time.